Keith Haring inspired art. I'll be using crayon and watercolor to recreate Keith Haring's figures. I'm going to start with crayon to create the small figures in the style of Keith Haring. I'm going to start each figure with a circle for the head. I think with this size paper I can fit 3 figures. I've left room around each of my circles so that I will have space to add my body and arms and legs. Now I'm going to begin my body. I start with a line and it almost looks like a lollipop. I'm going to change that line into a shape. Now I'm going to start by adding my arms. I add the upper arm and the lower arm. When I have an angle, it helps me create movement. I'm going to do the same with the legs. I have the thigh or upper leg, and then I'm going to add the lower leg. If there's an angle and a bend to the legs, then it really shows movement. If you took this pose and stood like this, you'd be moving. I'm going to repeat these steps for the next 2 circles. I start with the body, make sure that it's a shape, and then I'm going to add the upper arms and lower arms, and the upper legs and lower legs. I'm going to make sure that I create an angle or a bend to them so that they really show action and movement. I'm drawing my last person in profile. That means that it's facing to the side. These poses really show movement. To add a little bit more motion, I'm going to use some lines. When I add these lines, they really kind of give the idea that my people are moving and in action. They make me think of the ripples that you get in a pond when you toss a pebble in. So far I've been drawing with crayon. Crayons are made out of wax. When I finish drawing my figures, I'm going to use watercolor for my background. I can easily paint around my people because the watercolor doesn't want to stick to the waxy crayon. I'm going to paint around the edges of the people that I drew. This is called a contour line. I'm also going to think about the color wheel as I pick the colors that I'm painting with. Green and yellow are neighbors on the color wheel. Blue and orange are complementary colors on the color wheel. That means they're opposite each other. Red and green are complementary colors too. I'm going to continue to paint around my shapes, creating contour lines and changing colors until I've filled my background. If you watch carefully, the colors in my paint box stay nice and bright. I'm rinsing my brush every time I change colors. I hope you enjoyed learning about the artist Keith Haring today.